The entertainment world is shifting, and at the epicenter, a silent fallout unfolds as Sean Diddy Combs faces mounting legal troubles and the specter of a full-scale federal investigation. A quiet yet seismic move is rippling through the industry. Beyoncé is reportedly cutting ties, and it's not just for optics. According to multiple insiders, Beyoncé is acting decisively and swiftly, distancing not only herself but also her husband, Jay-Z, from any affiliation with Diddy. This isn't just about damage control. Sources suggest her primary motive is protection for Jay-Z, for their brand, and for their legacy. Behind the scenes, every link to Diddy, no matter how small, is allegedly being examined, scrubbed, or restructured. The Carters have meticulously built their empire on privacy, precision, and control. But with the threat of—
With Diddy now facing the scrutiny of a federal investigation, it's only natural that fans are taking a magnifying glass to every little detail of Diddy's friendship with Beyoncé and Jay-Z. Turns out Beyoncé is facing some pretty eyebrow-raising accusations lately. I'm talking about everything from claims of sabotaging other black female artists to allegations of her dabbling in witchcraft. And guess what? These accusations aren't just popping up out of nowhere. They're coming from people who were once in Beyoncé's circles. Let's talk about Kimberly Thompson, Beyoncé's former drummer. Back in 2018, she shook things up by dropping a bombshell accusation claiming that Beyoncé was knee-deep in what she described as extreme witchcraft. Thompson even filed for a restraining order against Beyoncé, claiming that she was using spells and magic to mess with her even after she moved to another city to escape.
Scandal looming large, that empire stands at a precarious crossroads. What makes this moment even more striking is Beyoncé's signature silence. She doesn't comment, she acts. And those in the know say her recent actions speak volumes. Shared events, subtle endorsements, quiet partnerships all seem to be disappearing. This isn't a PR move, it's a strategic withdrawal. Legacy over loyalty. Beyoncé, it seems, has made her choice. Legacy over loyalty. And in this climate, who could blame her? Federal agents are circling. Subpoenas are reportedly being issued. Diddy's name dominates headlines and courtrooms. The legal fallout is not just scandalous, it's radioactive. One leaked document, one damning clip, and the collateral damage could extend far beyond Diddy. Insiders say Beyoncé's aim isn't to betray Diddy. It's to ensure she and Jay-Z aren't collateral damage when the storm hits.
Probably not, considering she's going to be indicted for anything she's saying. These are criminals. Diddy is a drug dealer, and so is Jay-Z. The proof is there.
She's not throwing him under the bus. She's making sure they're not in the same car when it crashes. A powerful bond, under pressure. For years, Diddy and Jay-Z were viewed as twin titans moguls who rose from hustlers to kings, shaping the culture and the industry. Their relationship was more than friendship. It was a symbol of black excellence, financial dominance, and generational power. From music to business ventures, from iconic parties to red carpets, their alliance stood as a testament to loyalty and shared vision, but that bond is fraying. As new allegations against Diddy surface and lawsuits gain momentum, the silence from Jay-Z is growing louder and more pointed. Reports suggest that even he may be reassessing his long-standing ties.
A shocking new lawsuit against music mogul Diddy has emerged, alleging that Beyoncé, Jay-Z, and LeBron James witnessed an incident of humiliation at one of Diddy's notorious freak-out parties. The event allegedly took place during a birthday celebration on Star Island in Miami in April 2015. The plaintiff, Joseph Manzaro, claims he was given substances without his consent and brought to the Diddy party as punishment for perceived disloyalty. Upon arriving at Star Island, he encountered LeBron James walking down a hallway clad only in a bath towel. The lawsuit quotes LeBron as saying, quote, "Y'all better do something about that," end quote, when he saw Manzaro's condition. Manzaro was then guided through an underground tunnel into Diddy's mansion, entering a sprawling party area where he spotted Beyoncé and Jay-Z. He alleges that he was paraded around the mansion with a rock strapped to his face, while Diddy instructed guests to mock him. Beyoncé reportedly questioned, quote, "Why is this half-naked white man with a rock mask standing here in front of me?" End quote. A friend of Diddy allegedly replied, "Diddy wants him to see what we do to those who betray us. This is part of his punishment." The lawsuit states that Manzaro was moved through multiple rooms, enduring ongoing humiliation. Importantly, Manzaro is not suing Beyoncé, Jay-Z, or LeBron James. His lawsuit targets Diddy, former adult film star Adria English, who allegedly led him around, and Brendan Paul, accused of supplying substances. While Beyoncé, Jay-Z, and LeBron James are not defendants, their alleged presence has sparked significant media attention. Diddy denies all claims. This just in.
Pressure builds. Now, with Beyoncé allegedly taking calculated steps to sever ties, questions abound. Is this simply precaution or a sign of something deeper unraveling? The fracture isn't just personal, it's strategic. The once unshakable alliance at the top of hip-hop's power pyramid is now under siege, and the quiet, calculated moves being made behind closed doors aren't just about survival, they're about legacy. In the high-stakes world of fame and reputation, loyalty has limits. As Diddy faces what could become one of the most catastrophic downfalls in entertainment history, Jay-Z
Did you
and
see
Beyoncé.
what Jay-Z and Beyonce's daughter Blue Ivy introduced her salon son to your song, Shake Song?
Yeah, I saw that. I did see that. You know what I mean? I didn't know how true it was or not, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like, you know, it comes from the house, you know, it's validated. That's dope. It don't surprise me. I actually met Beyonce before. That was one of the people like, who you met, you know what I'm saying? That like, it threw you out, like, it took you back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Beyonce, I was at a party at Diddy crib in LA. This was beginning of 2020. Diddy had put everybody else out the crib, like the influx of people he had put him out. But he had took a liking to me in particular around the time, man. It was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me, right? So he had put the majority of the people out. Me and, you know, maybe about 15 others. Right. Jay-Z and Beyonce being, you know, 2 of the other 15 people in the room. So that'll just put it into perspective of the type of company I was in. Right. And, you know, she came over and introduced herself to me like as if she had to. And right. Beyonce, cut it out. And I'm a big fan of your work, you know what I'm saying? And that was just dope. That was dope as hell. That was dope. That was super dope.
Are doing what power players do best, recalculating, repositioning, and protecting the empire they've built. For Diddy, this may signal the end of one of music's most iconic friendships. Jane Doe lawsuit, a spark that reignited the fire. At the center of this unraveling is the Jane Doe lawsuit, a bombshell case that has brought long-whispered rumors into public light. Filed by a woman alleging that both Diddy and Jay-Z were involved in a harrowing incident dating back to the year 2000, the lawsuit has jolted the industry. According to court documents, Jane Doe claims she was underage when she attended a celebrity-packed party that would change her life forever. The allegations are deeply disturbing. Drugging, coercion, and abuse, all allegedly taking place during an after-party that has since become the focal point of growing legal scrutiny. While Diddy has been navigating a storm of lawsuits, this case shifted the narrative. It didn't just bring more heat to his name,
YouTube,
it
how
dragged
y'all
Jay-Z
doing, man? Joe Rogan. Hey, I'm on my way back to the Philippines, man. I'm gonna do another month there. Y'all pray for me and my flight and everything. I'm nervous, man. They saying these planes dropping out the sky. I ain't even gonna call it like that. He got my back, but I'm gonna say my prayers. Okay, Lord, I'm trying to help people. Can you help me to help people? Anyway, check this out, man. We're going to promote the Music Recording Network stream, our new stream channel. They new, but we are hoping that people will actually go over there and subscribe to the Music Recording Network stream. Support Uncle Mike, help a brother out. Appreciate it. You can type in on the search engine the Music Recording Network stream. Scroll down a little bit, you see the world with the yellow written stream. That's our other channel. There should be links below if you want to just do a link or something. Do the voice talk. The Music Recording Network stream, and then scroll down. Anyway, Joe Rogan, y'all, reveals how Beyonce and Diddy made the main freak off work. So it's a different freak off, then it's another freak off. Now it's the main freak off. Joe Rogan is cool, man. He's laid back. I'm trying to study him a little bit, man, and try to do a little more. I try to imitate him a little bit.
directly into the spotlight. Suddenly, the Carters' silence no longer looked like calculated distance. It began to resemble protective strategy, a shield, against potential exposure. Beyoncé's quiet vigilance. Beyoncé, famously controlled and crisis-averse, is reportedly watching this case unfold with intense focus. Legal insiders suggest that if the Jane Doe lawsuit gains traction, it could open the floodgates. Other potential victims may come forward. Other stories may emerge. And with that, the Carter brand, long seen as polished and untouchable, could be pulled further into the fray. That possibility is why many believe Beyoncé's distancing from Diddy isn't just about optics. It's about foresight. Whether she knows something the public doesn't, or is simply preparing for worst-case scenarios, her moves suggest she's already bracing for impact. The empire isn't safe anymore. For years, the Carters appeared insulated, guarded by wealth, influence, and airtight PR. But now, the headlines are inching closer. With Jay-Z's name tied to explosive allegations, and Diddy's—
He was sexually assaulted, raped, and humiliated at a freak-off party in Miami, and then other big stars saw him in rough shape. TMZ's all over the story. Branson Court joining us live. Now, Branson, let me get this right. This new Diddy accuser is basically claiming he was sexually assaulted at the freak-off party, and he claims that other celebrities were there as well.
Yes, exactly. In this